Hello, and thank you for watching this video. I often say that the main benefits of both Qigong and mindfulness are when you do something every day. And today I want to go through a very, very short routine with you that you can, I hope, do every day. And then I'm going to do a longer than normal mindfulness meditation, which I'm going to focus on the issue of insomnia, because I know that there are a number of people who watch these videos who do actually have a problem with this at the moment due to pain or anxiety or anything like that. So, one of the key things with doing anything like this is getting yourself into a daily routine. And the key is very much starting off small so that you don't feel too intimidated by the idea of what you're starting to do. And my teacher, Debbie, some months ago, some years ago now, set us all a challenge, a 30-day challenge. And the idea is that if you do something every day for 30 days, it becomes a habit. And eventually you get to the tipping point where it's easier to do it than not because you're so used to doing it. And the challenge that she introduced us to initially took 6 minutes, but actually, to start off with, if you wanted to, you could cut it down to just 3 minutes. Now, please don't tell me that you cannot find 3 minutes in a day to do something that will benefit both your physical and mental well-being. So I will go through the challenge that she gave us, and actually the challenge that I'm going to throw out to you to try and do this every day, and to use to it, maybe gradually increase the time you spend on it. The challenge has got 3 parts. I'm going to stand up to demonstrate the first of the talent. Yay, I can stand up again without being in too much pain. So, okay, so the first challenge is to do a minute of turning from the waist. Now, I do talk about turning from the waist in my longer Qigong set. It's not something that's really come up in the short set that I demonstrate on these videos. But turning from the waist is something that is quite key to the physical benefits of Qigong, because normally when you turn, you tend to turn from the hips, and you're swiveling your hips, and if you think about what you're doing, you can feel effects on your knees and on your ankles, and it's not really very good for you. Turning from the hips happens best when you are engaging these core abdominal muscles, and literally just turn from the waist. Don't try and turn very far, just practice turning from the waist. Now, when you're doing it really fluently, you should find that as you turn the top part of your body, your arms move in response. So it looks as if you're just flinging your arms around like that, but you're not. Actually, what's happening is as you turn, your arms, because you're holding them nice and loose, are just moving because your body is moving. It's cause and effect. You're moving the upper part of your body, and so your arms move in response. Do that for 1 minute. Second part It's very simple. It's the first move of the Qigong set, of every Qigong set I teach, which is simply raising the arms. Now, normally we do 6 to 8 repetitions of this, but as part of this challenge, and thank you, Debbie, for putting the idea into my mind, I want you to do this for a minute. Nice and easy. Remember to time it with your breath. So as you breathe in, your arms float up, and as you breathe out, they sink back down. And just do that for a minute. Both of these can be done seated. Whoops. Both of these can be done seated, as long as you're in the right sort of chair, still engage your core muscles. Maybe if you're doing the turning from the waist seated, your arms won't move quite as freely, but it can still be done seated. The third part of this challenge is to sit and be mindful for 1 minute. That's all I'm asking you to do at the moment, is just to do each part of those for 1 minute. So that's turning from the waist, the arm raise, that's the first move, and then sit for 1 minute and be mindful. And by being mindful, I mean maybe focusing your attention on your breath, but being mindful of your thoughts, so that if during that minute you notice that your mind is wanting to wander off, you notice that and you bring it back to focusing on your breath or whatever it is that you've chosen to focus on. It could be, you maybe have a ball, or, a stress ball that you're just moving, and you can think about the touch of the stress ball on your hand, how it feels when you squeeze it. Maybe you would like to, maybe you could respond well to just, having a candle lit and your focus is on the flame. But the important thing is that during this minute, you're not trying to achieve anything beyond being in this moment. A lot of people will say they don't have time to do mindfulness, and I accept that. We all have busy lives. But in fact, all the research shows that people who take time to do mindfulness, whether you do it as meditation or as Qigong, are actually more productive during the rest of the day than people who don't. So the research is out there. If you don't believe me, go look for it. But I think there are all kinds of good reasons why it's worth taking time every day to do something for yourself, for your own health and well-being. And mindfulness has been shown to have very marked benefits on your mental well-being, and and Qigong has very good effects for your physical well-being as well as for your mental. So 3 minutes a day, what's not to like? Get into the habit of doing that for 30 days and just see where it takes you, because it's your journey with Qigong and mindfulness. It's not mine. All I'm doing is giving you the tools to use. So, having said that, and I hope got you thinking about what you can do every day, I'd now like to invite you to get yourself settled down and seated, or lying down, wherever you want to be, and we will do the meditation. So, during a mindfulness meditation, you don't have to close your eyes, but it can be helpful to help you follow not the instructions, but the guidance that I'm giving you. The one key thing about mindfulness is that although it can be relaxing, it's not always the best thing to find yourself drifting off into sleep, because if you're drifting off into sleep, you're not actually being that mindful. So some people find it useful to keep their eyes open because it actually makes them more mindful. However, since this meditation is um, being aimed at helping you when you can't sleep, closing your eyes is possibly a good idea. So, as ever, I'm going to signal the start and the end of the meditation with the sound of my trusty singing bowl. I'm going to sound the bowl 3 times at both the beginning and the end. At the beginning, with the 3 sounds at the beginning, the third time I'm going to let the sound just fade away quite naturally. And what I would like you to do is to listen to that sound and to follow the sound of the singing bowl as it fades into silence, to try and find that point of silence. So get yourself seated and comfortable and listen to the sound of the singing bowl. Find that point where the sound ends and the silence starts. Let that silence fill your mind. And then I'd like you to bring your focus to where your body touches the bed or the chair or wherever you are listening to this. Maybe note any differences in texture that you're aware of. Maybe get a sense of how your body is supported. Maybe try to get a sense that gravity is pulling you just a little harder than normal, and that you go slightly deeper into whatever is supporting you. And as you do that, just relax just a little bit more. And then let your attention move further in, and let your attention rest with the awareness of your breathing. Become aware of every in-breath and every out-breath. Not changing your breath, not wondering if your breath should be different or whatever. Just noticing every in-breath and every out-breath as it happens quite naturally. Because whatever you notice is perfect for you. Doesn't matter what other people might be noticing. Whatever you notice is perfect for you. Maybe one part of the breath caused your attention stronger than other one. If so, just let your attention rest there. If you can follow your breath all the way in and all the way out, that's fantastic. It doesn't matter if you can't, just notice what you notice without any expectation or without any criticism. Whatever you notice is perfect for you. Now, because you have a normal human mind, Your mind wants to think. And sometimes the things it wants to think about don't help us, especially if it's night time and we're trying to sleep and all that you're aware of is pain or discomfort, or all the thoughts that keep going through your mind are ones that cause anxiety or worry. Because in the silence and the dark of the night, your imagination can run riot. And the thing is, those things don't mean that you're doing anything in any way wrong. Minds are meant to think. And when your mind wanders off because you're in pain or because you're worried, that's a perfectly natural human reaction. And so when you notice that your mind has wandered off, the first thing I want you to do is to congratulate yourself for noticing what your mind is doing. Acknowledge the thought that has taken your mind away. And then lead your mind back to focusing on every in-breath and every out-breath. Because right here, right now, or in the middle of the night, you don't achieve anything by worrying. Acknowledge the thought that has taken your mind away, and then imagine it floating away like a balloon. Maybe imagine it floating up and resting on your bedroom ceiling. It'll still be there in the morning. It'll still be there when you finish your meditation. And you can deal with it then. But for now, let it go. And bring your focus back to every in-breath and every out-breath. If the problem is pain or discomfort, use your breath to explore what is going on in your body. The natural reaction is to turn away from pain. But I want you to acknowledge your pain. Let your mind and your breath explore what this pain is, and what's really going on. Respond to your pain as you would respond to a friend who is in trouble, by enfolding it in love and comfort. And as you explore the pain, you will discover things that what seems to be one block of pain isn't as large as you thought it was, isn't as constant as you thought it was. You'll discover that it ebbs and flows. Don't beat yourself up about being in the pain. Don't beat yourself up about not being happy about the pain. That's a natural human reaction. Just accept that right here, right now, that's where you are, that's what's going on. But you only have to cope with the pain in this moment, and then again in this moment. But each moment will be subtly different. Because so much pain is caused because we are anticipating the pain we fear we will feel. And focusing on this breath and this moment stops them. So as you focus on the pain you have right here, right now, you may be surprised to discover it's actually less than you thought it was. Whenever unpleasant things are going on in life, it's natural that you will have negative feelings about it. And what isn't so natural is to actually accept that you have those negative feelings for a very good reason. Accept those feelings. One moment at a time. Acknowledging that they can and do change, moment by moment, breath by breath. Sometimes acceptance of what is necessary for that to change. So acceptance of what is in this moment is the way forward. Use your breath to anchor your thoughts into this moment, accepting what is. Now I'd like you to imagine that with your next in-breath, you take in a breath that's full of love and compassion. And as you breathe out, I'd like you to imagine that love and compassion gets breathed around the whole of your body. Just let those feelings of love and compassion be breathed around the whole of your body, allowing that love and compassion maybe to massage and comfort any parts of your body that are sending you signals of pain or discomfort. Allow that love and compassion to fill your mind. So that you have compassion for yourself as you deal with difficulties. And can you maybe start to widen your awareness so you have the whole of your body in your awareness? Be aware of it being filled with those feelings of love and compassion. And note how good that feels. Then I want you to let your attention start to move even further outwards. And you become aware once more of where you're sitting or lying. Acknowledge the touch of the bed or the chair or whatever you're lying on onto your body. Let your awareness widen further still so that you become more aware of sounds both inside and outside this room. And then I'm going to ask you to listen once more for the sound of the singing bowl. If you have your eyes closed, keep them closed until the bowl has sounded for the third time. And then just allow your eyes to open. And as you bring yourself back to full awareness, keep in the front of your mind the thought and the intention that you can find these good feelings again anytime that you need to, simply by focusing your attention onto your breath. So that was very different to what I normally do, but I hope you found it helpful, very instructive. Once again, I'd like to repeat this challenge that I'm sending you to initially find 3 minutes a day to go through that short routine that I outlined at the beginning of this video. 1 minute of turning from the waist, 1 minute of doing the first move, the Qigong set, the arm raises, and 1 minute of sitting, being mindful. 3 minutes a day isn't an awful lot to allocate. And if you take up this challenge, as I hope you will, do please feed back to me how you get on, what experiences you have, and what you learn, maybe about yourself, or about Qigong, or about mindfulness. Obviously, the videos with the longer Qigong set will be available on YouTube and on my Patreon page as normal. And I haven't forgotten that I said I would do something a little bit different to make up for the fact that you missed 1 week. I still intend to do that, but I haven't got around to it. Basically, what I'm intending to do is now I can actually stand, when I can actually stand for a little bit longer without being in pain, which I think is going to be sometime in the next couple of days, I will demonstrate the full standing Shibashi set. I'd like to do it standing, I can do it sitting, but I would prefer to do it standing to give you the full flavour of what it is. But what I do in these videos is just a tiny part of what I teach in my full classes. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and all being well, we will be back to doing the video 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. But word of warning, I am looking at the timing of doing this video. I've been trying to do it on Saturday morning regularly for nearly a year now, but things are changing a little bit for me, and I'm not sure either about the timing or the day. So for now, it will continue to be 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning. But when I do a new event, because I can post an event that lasts for a year, when I do a new event, watch out for a different date and a different time. And in the meantime, if I'm going to be doing it on a different day and time, I will post on my wall, and obviously on the Crystal Wolf Qigong and Mindfulness page and the Crystal Wolf Holistic Care page. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Namaste. I hope you have a good day.